morning again, everybody. I just woke up. I just got back from the Astral again, and I wanted to share with you guys the next stage. The plot thickens. The plot thickens in my the plot thickens in my Astral adventures. So, this time, okay, I infiltrated a new Starseed Academy training intern boot camp. Okay, so basically, when they are prepping starseeds to be mouthpieces for disclosure, they run them through an intern. They have to be an intern first, and in order to learn or whatever, and they run them through like a boot camp type of operation. So this is really funny. It was very fun. It was extremely entertaining. The entertainment factor on these dreams tonight is next level, or as Rich West would say, high end. The entertainment factor is high end. So forgive me, I do repeat myself when I first wake up in the morning and I record these videos. I'm still processing the dream, and I do repeat myself. So I'm gonna say things probably over again because I'm just reminding myself exactly what happened. All right, so it was on an island. Again, another Starseed Academy on an island. Now this one was like in a like old type of warehouse type thing, but it was just a meeting place. It was like the first place to meet. So I swam out to this island because apparently I didn't have an invitation, but I somehow intuitively knew where this academy was. And that brings up another important point. If you want to get to these academies, you have to like vibrate at a specific frequency. Now, there have been several that I've been to in the Astral. There's the one in the Himalayas, and there's the one in Greece, and then there's this new one on the island. And these are all supposed to be secret locations, so I'm kind of giving away the secrets, But I don't care because it's just, you just have to vibrate at a certain frequency in order to intuitively know where these are at. So I'm not going to say where this one was at, but it was at an island again, a new island that I'd never been to before. I swam out there. I swam out there pretty fast, too. And when I got there, I was not wet. So I swam out there. I get up on the dock, and I just walk into the building and just blend in, I just blend in. I start milling about and pretending I'm one of the people that are there doing the thing. So this guy comes up on a boat, and all the starseeds are loading into the boat. So I'm blending in. Nobody knows that I'm not supposed to be there. Well, obviously I am supposed to be there because I'm there. Anyway, nobody knows. I'm kind of covert, So I walk on the boat, and there's a space for me on the boat. I'm a big guy. I take up a lot of space, so I'm just, I'm pretty cocky in the Astral. Okay, I like to throw my weight around. I know how powerful I am there. I like to relax while I'm there. I don't like these rigid things that they try to put you in, especially at the academies. It's a test. It's a test to see if you're gonna go along with it, or if you're just gonna be like, oh, well, this is my dream. I'm gonna do what I want. So it's a test. So I get on this boat, and I just kind of, sitting there like a dude with my legs spread out, just sitting there like a dude, just whatever. And the boat takes off and goes to this location. And there are about eight or nine starseeds on this boat. Okay, so this is like the first stage that they bring you through. And then from the boat, there's a huge van pulls up, and this van is apparently going around to other meeting places, and they're picking out of the group out of the 8 or 9 people that are on the boat, they're picking out. They have a list. They have a list, and this guy had a clipboard. Very intimidating guy. This is a really funny part. This guy was extremely intimidating, right? Not as intimidating as me, I'm sure, but this guy was extremely intimidating, and he comes up to the boat with a clipboard, and he looks at it and he goes, "Jake?" And he calls out my name. And I'm like, I looked around to see if there were any other Jakes on the boat first, you know, because I wasn't supposed to be there or whatever. And I love going places I'm not supposed to be in the Astral. That's my thing. My thing is going places I'm not supposed to be. So I see that there's nobody else named Jake, and then he looks directly at me and he's like, "Jake," and so I get up, I walk over off the boat, and there's like this rock on the ground, and my foot was kind of stuck on it or whatever. And he's like, "You go, come with me." And he just stands there like right in front of me. He doesn't give me any room to move or whatever. So what happened was I didn't like his attitude. So I pretended I tripped and I pushed him out of my way. Like, you're near my space, just get out of my way, like this. And I pushed him really disrespectfully. And then he was just like shocked a little bit, like, how dare I, you know, push this guy. And I was like, well, I tripped on the rock. Which I didn't trip on the rock. I just pushed him. And so I blamed it on the rock. I was like, oh, the rock was there and my foot was stuck. And I was trying to get my foot out and I pushed you. So the guy after that was like, I better not mess with this guy. And then everybody saw that and was like, oh, I better not mess with him. And so I got into the van. I got into the behind the van, and well, I opened the doors. It was super hot inside the van. Everybody was suffering and just waiting there. This is another thing at the academy. They make you wait in these suffering places, just like in the academies or whatever. So I obviously know what's going on. I open the doors and I get into the van, and there's no seat this time for me. I had to sit. There was a space for me to sit down, but it wasn't comfortable. They try to make you not comfortable. It's a test. I'm telling you. It's a test. They don't want you to feel comfortable. It's a test to see if you are confident enough that you are in the place you're supposed to be. Okay? So I get into the van and I sit there. Everybody else is sitting in seats. So I sit there, and then here comes, and the doors are still open, and I feel the breeze coming through, and everybody is kind of like, oh, you know, thank you, Jake, for opening the doors. We didn't know that we were allowed to open the doors. So yeah, I left the doors open. And I saw that there was a handle on the inside. Because I wasn't going to get in the van unless there was a handle on the inside. Because I wasn't going to be, you know. And I was like, I hope they don't close the doors as we drive off to the next location. I hope they don't close the doors because it's going to get too hot. Because the sun was out. It was hot. In the back of a van. No AC. And apparently they left the doors open or something. I was not uncomfortable at all in the van ride. And I did remember after I got in, there was another girl that was very. I think it was somebody from the group. My girlfriend from the group. Okay, so you know who you are. It was her. She was with me. She gets into the van. There's no seat, so she uses a person like a seat. Like, she takes off her little shoulder. She like throws it over his face or whatever, you know, over his body. So so it's not like weird for her to like sit down on this person. So she just turns this person into her own seat, which if you knew her, she would probably do something like that. Um, so she comes in very princess like, okay, there's no seat for me. That's fine. I'll make my own seat. It'll be even more comfortable sitting on a person instead of one of these hard seats, you know. So she picks this decent looking guy, you know, just a little nerdy looking or whatever, and she sits down right next to me. And then um, we get to the location where the van is, and everybody's just kind of standing around. They're glad the van ride's over. We're out. We're just talking to each other, and um, and then there was this guy that he was a little more fat, and the rest of us were really, fit. We're fit in the Astral. We eat well. You know, we're fit in the Astral. We don't have to be muscular or whatever. Although that happens a lot too. But this guy wasn't so much, and um, and I poked a little fun at him. I was talking to some of the other starseeds. I was like, look at that guy, huh? He eats well, huh? And they were all laughing. It was quite enjoyable. And then I saw on a piece of paper this saying, and it was like the saying of like a prophet. It said, "I will tell you of things that have not yet been. I will tell you of things that are yet to come." And then I woke up. So that's my next little adventure, being an intern at the academy to be a mouthpiece for authentic disclosure that's happening there in the Astral. All right. Thank you guys.